Hi guys, I'm back again today with another reaction video, and this is another Buy Me a Coffee request, and this is why I'm not moving back to the US after living in Germany for over 4 years. So let's see why, and this is really intriguing. So before we do start, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell button, and let's find out. Let's go to
Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know, my name is Zoe Marie and I film videos here on YouTube in the
nice
category
name.
lifestyle, travel, and fashion. Today's video is going to be 7 reasons why I'm not moving back to the United States. The sponsor of today's video is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. Through Skillshare, you can explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Like I mentioned to you guys in the beginning of this video, I film videos also in the category of travel, and I'm always looking for ways to improve my travel vlogs. I can do this especially with using classes from Skillshare. Right now I'm taking this class. Absolutely love about Skillshare premium classes, a month free trial. If you like this type of, jump right into this with number 1. So I've been getting a lot of comments from some of my subscribers asking when I'm gonna go back to the States or if I'm gonna go back to the States, and that's basically the reason why I'm making this video, because from my perspective at this moment in time, I do not see myself ever moving back to the United States. I've gotten a taste of something different, and this is not to say that the United States is, you know, just something totally bad. It's just my perspective and the reasons why I really love Germany and want to stay in Germany or in Europe. So, number 1 is safety. I find the safety here in Germany completely different, obviously, than New York and New York City, but I actually feel as a woman quite safe in general here in Germany. I don't feel like I have to clutch my bag, clutch my pearls every time I'm walking down the street. I generally do feel very, very safe in the streets. Obviously, you know, maybe there might be some stairs. More specifically, if I'm walking at night, obviously you need to keep yourself on guard. I'm not saying drop your guard when you're here in Germany, but I generally do feel safe. I always felt in the United States, especially in New York, because that's where I'm from, that you just have to keep your bag close to your chest. You just have to really look out. It could be different for other US states, but for New York, especially if I go into the city or if I'm just in a little rural area of New York, I just feel like I have to, watch out. And of course, this is not to say that crime and crazy stuff does not happen in Germany. It's just not so big as it is in the States, as it is in New York. Number 2, it's actually quite easy to go back to New York from Germany. Normally I would have a layover, for example, in either Paris or Amsterdam for maybe an hour, and then it's just a 7-hour 20 flight back to New York. So it's not like across the world. It's not like New York is so far from me that I don't get to see my parents, and I am quite blessed that I am able to go back to New York at least twice a year to visit family, so it doesn't feel like I'm completely ostracized here in Germany. On top of that, I do FaceTime with my family every day, so this deep homesickness doesn't really take me over. It's obviously there, but it doesn't overwhelm me because I do get the chance to visit my family often. Number 3, Germany is very, very family friendly. I mean, I've never been anywhere where it's just like so family oriented. I've never seen this before, and for me it kind of warms my heart because I do want to start a family, and I would love to start a family in Germany. And the fact that things are just so, child friendly. There's like little grandmas looking out the windows, watching the kids walk home, making sure, everybody is getting to where they need to get to. I don't know, I just feel like to have a family here in Germany, it would be really safe. For example, if I were to have a family in the States, I personally feel like I would never let my child walk home after school or even walk to
I
school.
will not even let my child go to school. That's the thing. If I was in the States, I would like homeschool it is. Like, I'm not gonna work. I'm gonna stay at home and homeschool the child. And no, you're not going to school because most of the crimes even happen in school. Like, what are you talking about? Right? Like, no, thank you. Like, you will be paranoid if you live there, I bet. I mean, at least for me, because I'm already a paranoid person. So what's more if there is like situations that happen around me, so I'll become more like crazy.
Let my child walk home after school or even walk to school, and if they have to because of circumstances like I have to go to work, I would just be shaking because I would be in such fear. I have just seen such crazy things happening in New York with missing children and just that whole works. And here in Germany, it's not really a thing like that. You see kids, like little kids walking home, and it's just, everyone understands that it's just a safe environment. It's actually normal for kids to walk home alone, and they always get to their destinations. So I really do love that about Germany. I cannot wait to actually start a family here. The fourth thing why I would not leave Germany is the school system. The school system in Germany is really good, as well as it's free. The aspect of paying for university in New York, you're paying like arm and your leg. That's actually what it costs to go to university. I think it's not right. I personally don't think that you should be paying for an education. I think a lot of things, but the point is, in Germany, you don't have to do that. If you're going to university, you can pay absolutely nothing for university, just the school fees, which could potentially be 500 to 600 euros, but I would pay that 600 euros definitely compared to a 30 grand tuition, definitely. And I think if I have a family and I want to have maybe 3 kids, don't judge me, I want to have a lot of kids, but for example, if I want to have 3 kids and I have to support them through
Like,
college
you can have 10,
and pay for their university degree, I would probably go bankrupt, I don't know, or eating rice for dinner, only rice, because I could not afford anything else. It's just so expensive in New York to go to school, and I think I can say this for all of the states, it's just expensive for a degree, and here in Germany, that's something that you don't have to worry about. So the fifth thing is just going to be the higher standard of living. Every time a subscriber asks me why I would choose Germany over the US, one of the things that I mention is the higher standard of living. Coming from New York, where everything is just so expensive. I mean, it is just ridiculously expensive. I just read this online. Don't quote me on it, but New York City has just been called the most expensive city in the States, outranking San Francisco. Again, don't quote me on that. New York is just expensive, and the standard that you get for what you pay for is so little. You get basically nothing for your buck, and it just makes no sense. But here in Germany, you have a higher standard of living, as well as it's affordable.
Yeah, exactly.
Your whole salary.
That's why when somebody in the comments was telling me like the only but they find in Europe is it's very expensive, I think I replied, or maybe I just said it to my head. I was like, but at least the quality that they give is good, right? Yes, you pay a lot for something, but the quality is also good, right? It's not like, oh, I pay 1 billion and then I get like a 1 peso in return quality of whatever it is that I paid for. So it's fair, right?
Germany, you have a higher standard of living, as well as it's affordable. Your whole salary is not gone paying for your rent or your mortgage, and you can still afford to eat, and you can still afford to go out to dinner, go out with friends. It's all still very affordable. Things are taken care of here in Germany. For example, the roads. And this is just a funny story, but my dad and little sister did just visit me. They're already back in the States, but the first thing that my dad said to me was that, wow, what kind of like pavement, what kind of gravel thing are they using on the streets, that their streets are so perfect and always perfect? How does it not get destroyed? And he's only saying that because in New York, I mean, like, New York, shame on you. The streets, shame on you. The streets in New York, they're ghetto. I'm not even kidding. The potholes in New York will literally destroy your car. Literally, if you just drive into one pothole, your whole car could be destroyed. Here in Germany, those things are taken care of. So number 6 would be nature. Coming from Long Island, nature really wasn't a thing in my life. I never really looked out the window at the forest. There was no forest around me, or the mountains. There's no mountains around me. I never was really in that scene. And I wouldn't say I'm like super in that scene, but to actually live in nature and be surrounded by, you know, mountains and the Alps and things like that, it really just puts me personally like in a peaceful mindset to be able to wake up and see that. that, or to be able to just maybe walk 20 minutes and I can just walk into a forest or see horses. It really is something therapeutic for me, which I didn't have in New York, and I don't know if I would want to give that up again. You just have to see it and be in it to kind of understand what I mean. So the last point that I want to talk about is traveling. One of the bases of my channel is a travel channel. It's partially a travel channel. And in New York, I mean, it just wasn't working. To travel anywhere, even within the States, it might cost you a buck or two. But here in Germany, we're like kind of center in Europe, and I find that it's very easy to travel anywhere. It's not that expensive. And since my channel is partially a travel channel, this is something that I, need to do. I need to travel, as well as I love to travel. I want to see new places, but I also don't want to empty out my pockets because I don't have it like that. So I don't want to be emptying out my pockets just to go to northern Germany or just to go to the UK. I don't want to do that. And that's the luxury that I have living in Germany, is that I can travel freely, affordably, comfortably, and still have money to spend in the place that I'm going to, basically. So we've reached the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have anything to add why you are not moving back to wherever you're from,
tell me too in the
definitely leave it in the
comment.
comment section, or just leave a comment in general about what you thought about.
This was a really insightful, like the comparison, obviously, from somebody who lived in New York, let's just say, and somebody who's living in Germany. It's really like different, right? And it's I did her dirty by pausing there. Okay, let me pause there. So yes, it's when she compared it, yeah, she made the best decision, because I would definitely choose Germany if that was the case. Because I mean, if you turn on the news, go to CNN, you know, the American version. Even if it's not American version, we still get it here. The CNN Philippines, CNN, maybe UK even, you would see the same story. It's always America, and there's something. There's always bang bang happening left, right, and center, especially in schools. I don't know why. So that's one of the fear, because you might just be walking and then back, right? So not necessarily fun, right? Because behind your head, the back of your head, you're thinking about all those craziness, or maybe it's just a me thing. Everybody will ask, "Oh, why is it that you don't want to go to the States?" And I'm like, "You people, don't you have television? Don't you have social media? Like, what do you mean? Why don't I want to go to freaking US?" Right? Everybody is asking, and I'm like, my dream is has never once in my life, like, I want to go there just to see, vacation, not live, right? um my dream has never been America, to be honest. Like, I've always like Paris. I'm always like Switzerland, right? That's always my dream. Like, everybody in the Philippines, most people has always like, oh, I want to go to America, 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 America. But I'm just like, yeah, sure. Thank you. Next. But anyways, this has been very insightful. We have another one also that we're gonna check out. So thank you guys for joining, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.